look, Travis, I've been pre-drinking in my mind, okay? And I don't know what I'm doing with websites and such. So when you flash the screen up and the screen comes down, I'm like a trained dog. I attack, and that's how it is. What's up, everybody chilling in the chat room? I'm trying to tweet an actual tweet with a link. Yeah. So I'm gonna write drunk, forgot link. Sorry. How about that? Boom. And still got 20 characters for the retweet. Because I'm a boss. That's right. We got Tony in the studio sitting next to me. Tony J. Falcone. Say what's up to people, Tony.
Hey guys, what's going on? How's everybody?
We're chilling. And we also have with us Justin Roberto Young.
Hey, buddy.
My best friend. The Black.
I just realized, I should probably tweet this out too. That'd be a good idea, right?
Yeah, you better do a better job than I did. That's all I'm asking.
I'm gonna get yours and I'm gonna make it better.
That's what you do. Make me better. That's why. Hey Tony, you didn't know we're Black Sea Jews?
What?
We're Black Sea Jews.
We're Black and Sea Jewish.
What does that even mean?
We're Black and Jewish, and we run the sea.
Sorry, bro. It's a Black Sea Jew thing.
You wouldn't get it.
I guess not. I thought I knew a little bit about the ocean. I guess not.
No. See, Tony thinks he's so smart. Tony's not that smart.
I'm a little bit smart.
We run the ocean. You don't.
Well.
And the media.
Mm-hmm.
And the NBA.
Yep, and the NBA. Yep. Nothing but Africans.
Sea Jew, Black Africans.
You can have the NBA.
NFL. Negroes for life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all we got. Golf is still white dominated. Tiger screwed that up for us.
Yeah, that was about a year ago. Remember that? A year ago tonight, Tiger Woods was still the #1 golfer with not a care in the world. It was great to be Tiger Woods a year ago tonight. Year ago tomorrow night, not so much.
It's probably still pretty good to be Tiger.
I was going to say, is it still not good to be Tiger Woods?
Maybe a little bit.
I mean, no, it's not good to be Tiger Woods.
He just bought like a 12-acre property with golf courses.
He's got money, but he's had money for a decade. Like when it was really, really
You're right.
good.
He's probably pretty sick of it by now.
Listen, I'm not saying it's not good to have money. I'm saying that it's like anything else, right? You get used to it. All of a sudden, your reality is, what you perceive it to be. So you start to look at things and you decide things differently. Now, if somebody offered him $5,000 to go play golf, that's a spit in the face. That's not, holy crap, someone's going to pay me $5,000 to play golf? I do that for free.
He did lose mad endorsements. And the worst thing about being Tiger now, forget the money, because he's still uber rich. He's still got money, right? The worst thing's got to be is the next girl that's slobbing his knob. Like the next time he ventures out to go get some nookie on the side, because he's got to, because his wife definitely isn't giving him anything.
Well, he's divorced, so now he's just
they were together for a while, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When they were together, they just divorced recently. So all that time, he's not getting any loving at home. So the next time he went to go mess with a girl, it had to be just bad.
Or not, because he's got tons of money and it wouldn't really be that hard.
That's the thing. If you don't think I think he's not remorseful, but I think he's so upset about getting caught. So he's got to feel some sort of way next time he goes and messes with a chick.
That's true.
Well, the problem is that, for a guy like, are we started, by the way?
We're good. This is what we do. We random and we drink and we just talk. We are just randomly drinking. There's no structure, no focus. We are drinking.
If I were to guess about the kind of guy that Tiger Woods is, I would think he's probably more of, we don't think of golfers as jocks, but he would seem to have that jock kind of mindset. And you could even get to see it in like the chicks he went for.
Yeah. Oh, and forget that. He had the swagger with the whole, Tiger, every time he was the one that was just emphatic and excited and gangster on the field. Like he was,
Well, he got built too. I mean, like there's a reason why those steroids allegations kind of stuck with him, because all of a sudden he went from like beanpole super skinny to a jacked dude. I mean, like if you look at him now,
I never heard that one. I didn't know
big.
There was that allegation was made. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
Part.
There was a doctor that got busted for a lot of steroid stuff, and there was like
his name was in the list of that with all the other.
Yeah. So it wouldn't surprise me if all of a sudden someone came in with hardcore proof, and the rumor was The reason why he wound up paying out to the now ex-wife as much money as he did wasn't because she was going to come out and do a tell-all book about how many chicks he slept with, because she really wouldn't even know, right? It was that she probably had info about the steroid stuff. Yeah. And if the steroid stuff comes out, all of a sudden his entire legacy's gone.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah. I don't know how much steroids would really help him. I mean, the dude was already driving the ball like nobody else in the game currently. And you would think it would mess up his short game. And if he's banging all these chicks, they don't like tiny balls. So whoever told him to do steroids...
but I don't really think that there's, the chicks really have much of a choice there, right? Like, they're hooking up with Tiger Woods, the concept. They by the time they get to the balls, it's a done deal, right?
I always liked Chappelle's imitation, his take on Tiger.
Oh God, yeah, no,
he got traded out like you said, he ruined it, and the blacks traded him for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, the racial draft. The whites got him. Yeah. Whites got Tiger Woods, and the Asians got the Wu-Tang Clan.
What was the Chappelle skit where he's talking about my balls are smooth as eggs?
Oh no, that wasn't a skit. That was his first special after the Chappelle show on Showtime.
Okay.
He was talking about getting Botox in his balls.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
To smooth the wrinkles out.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Dave Chappelle was a gigantic influence on me through high school and into college. Like before the Chappelle show, if you have never heard Dave Chappelle's killing them softly or killing me softly, is you need to do that immediately. It's hilarious.
Well, not immediately. We're in the middle of a show.
Hey,
Bert. We want to hang around.
I got a surprise, Bert.
Yeah, exactly.
What's wrong with Oscar? What do you mean what's wrong with Oscar? I live in a fucking trash can.
Yeah. The poorest motherfucker on Sesame Street. Yeah. Nobody's helping me.
Nobody's helping me. Justin, how old are you?
I am going to be 28 years old in March.
Yeah, you're a youngster. I forgot. I keep thinking you're older than me because that freaking Seiju beard you got going on.
I've always had a pretty wicked beard action going on, and around right when I left college, I started smoking cigars, and I like developed this very raspy voice, which even having since stopped smoking cigars as often as I did then, apparently I've continued. So now apparently people always think that I'm older because I listen to podcasts that I've done, and they're like, well, I just thought you were 50 because that voice is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Or they just see the beard, and they're like, wow, I mean, surely a man of age and experience would only be able to grow such luxurious facial hair.
True. Tony tried to grow a beard. It lasted how long, Tony?
Well, problem is I got a flesh beard. It's like the same color as my skin. All my Irish.
Oh, that's a bitch.
So I grew it out. I tried to do the no shave November thing, and it lasted about 2 weeks, maybe. And
I'll tell you what. Here's how wicked my beard growing skills are. I shaved and trimmed within the month of November, and this is what I have. I shaved like maybe a week into November. So this is a 3 weeks growth after trimming it.
Impressive.
That's ridiculous. Travis, how old are you, Tony?
I'm 26.
26 now?
Yeah, that's probably right.
Yeah. Travis, look at that twit pic I just put in the lounge and flash it up on the screen.
How come I don't see it?
I don't know, because you're not in random drinking.
Oh, what the fuck?
You're Hey.
I thought I followed the link.
Did I not put the right link in? Okay, I did.
No, you did.
Look at Tony. Look at Scuba Elf.
Oh god.
You should go skydiving? Or is that a scuba? Oh, it's a scuba thing?
Oh, it's that picture.
Yeah. He said he should go skydiving.
No, that's scuba. That was that was me today. I'm the elf.
Oh wait, you went today? You were scuba diving today?
That was me. That was me at work. We had a press event, and I had to assist in the dive, and I put on that gear.
Did you swim in that? You didn't swim in that.
Yeah, check the next picture. Go follow that to TwitPic.
What?
Yeah, man, yeah.
That is not chemically sound for the animals.
What? It's a dive suit. It's neoprene. It's the same thing a regular dives. Rapist elf? What does that mean? It's the same thing a regular wetsuit would be made out of.
You're a rapist, Elf? What did it?
I don't know. I don't. Krampus Kringle.
Oh,
Mr. Kringle here.
Wow, you kept the hat on
too. Where do you work, Tony?
I work at an aquarium. I'm not gonna put it out there exactly. Let's just say it's a public aquarium. And I'm a biologist there. I take care of the animals, and that's like a side thing we would do is those, like diving and shows. That's cool. And, yeah, it's pretty interesting.
That's a cool job. Like that seems like a job that would do really well with girls when you're talking about jobs. Girls love animals.
It can be. I guess. Look. I have a card. Let's put it this way. I have a card.
Well, yes,
and you should use it for professional reasons. Is that bad?
See, look. Now, Justin, let me tell you about Tony. Number one, Tony is like one of those all-American good dudes. You know, in high school, I'm the kind of guy that corrupts people. You know, I've been banging since an early age. And all my friends, I taught them how to get over on girls and get loving in. Tony's like, I'm into sports. Girls are crazy. I'm not worried about girls. Then once Tony gets into girls, Tony can't deal with a 7. Tony can't deal with an 8. Tony only drunk deals with 9s. Tony only deals with 10s. And when I say 10s, I mean these chicks are like hard-bodied, beautiful-looking girls. Like I would marry any one of them. And Tony doesn't even date them. Tony is just out here loving and playing the streets. Yes, ladies, if you put this out on Facebook and you happen to be watching this show, Tony is a player. Tony is a thug of love. Okay. You got to watch this fool.
So you're saying like if you think you're Tony's one and only, then you have yet to meet Tony's other one and onlys.
Oh no!
Look, we're gonna talk about you anyway we want to, Tony. You're not even here right now.
But I'm becoming the victim here.
Look, what victim? What victim? You sleep with supermodels, okay? I sleep with regular models. All right, okay, that is the difference.
I'll sleep with just regulars.
See, that's what I'm
saying. They don't even need to model.
Justin and I are on the same page. You have no idea how many times I've been out with Tony and been like, yo, that girl is cute. She's like, I wouldn't do it, bro. And I'm like, what? I would never. And I'm like, which one are you looking at? And then basically all you got to do is look around the bar for the bitch that's glowing. You know, the bitch with like a halo.
Patty mayonnaise.
Sure.
Yeah. That's what this fool's all about. So, yeah, Justin and I are normal.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I definitely have way too low of a natural self-esteem to go and tackle those broads. And then even when I've had a shot at them, it's always seems like more trouble than it's worth.
Oh, it's always work. The hot chicks are always work. That's my one thing, you know.
Well, that's the thing is I like to get into that. If we're gonna have the Venn diagram of cool and hot, and we're going to also assume that cool on some level requires less work and hoop jumping, then I want to get right there in the middle. That's my sweet spot, right? Yeah. I want to get the edge of the coolest possible for the hottest, like as hot declines and cool increases. That's the old jury zone. That little sliver right there.
You ever mess with a chick and been upset that you messed with her, Justin? Like sexually. Have you ever slept with a woman and then been like, I shouldn't have slept with her?
Oh my God. Yes. Oh God, of course. Sure.
Can you tell us a story?
I had one. I was in college, and I had hooked up with her once, and it was very apparent to me that not only was she very annoying, but she was also not particularly, good in bed. Not that I'd be one to kiss and tell, but I will immediately right now. So I go to this party, or I'm going to this party where I know she's going to be there. And I have, without being cocky, because believe you me, my sexual prowess is not anything to brag about. But I kind of assume that she's gonna put it on me. OD. If you can the parlance of a modern.
I hope you don't say that, because that's immediately gonna squash that.
Put it on me, girl. Put it on me.
I just assume that's gonna happen. So I go to my friend. And I asked him to play Secret Service. I'm like, listen, there's going to be a point in this night where everyone's going to be drunk enough and she's going to make a move. I need you to be my bodyguard, my Kevin Costner. If the bullet comes, I need you to jump in front of that and make sure that this does not happen. Knock down, it's like a Hail Mary. Just knock down the pass. That's all I needed him to do. So sure enough, night goes exactly how I thought it was going to go. She comes over, and unfortunately, I was in the random drinking that this podcast inspires. Really betrayed me. And I was at that moment, I was lonely enough to be like, well, you want to know what? It's better than going home alone. So I go, I put her under my arm, and my roommate, I see him coming up to me. He gets the wild eyes and starts to charge at me like he's trying to stab a ground ball in the infield. He just starts running, and I give him the wave off. And he's like, he just stops and he looks confused. He's like, no, but you told me, you said, and I'm like, no, let it go, buddy. So I went back with her, and God, how do I say this without coming off like a total scumbag and being really
not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Nobody watches this show. Just go ahead and be the scumbag.
At the beginning of the act, I immediately regretted it. And by immediate, I mean that there was, as soon as the possibility of it happening, as long as it was no longer a chase and we were in the act, I was like, this is a terrible idea. I can't believe I did this. This was horrible.
I've made a huge mistake.
Yes, exactly. That was exactly what happened. And then, I don't even want to say the middle part. The next morning, I woke up. Well, when the act was done, I rolled over. My bed was pressed up against the wall at the time. As soon as it was done, I rolled over and just like put like all like my toes and fingers on the wall. There would be no cuddling. I put the anti-cuddle maneuver on. Woke up, and the only words I said to her the next day was, "You ready to go back to your dorm?" And it was, and I knew I was being a jerk. I knew I was absolutely being a jerk in that point. And my rationalization for it was that it was better that and as I did, that was a bridge burning decision by me, and it was deliberately done so, and it was better off that way because I didn't want to be in a position where I'd be tempted yet again to make a decision where she might have got the wrong idea. But that was an immediate regret situation for me.
Well, to
make a decision where she might have got the wrong idea. But that was an immediate regret situation. What is happening here?
Well,
to make a decision.
So,
that was an immediate regret situation.
Yeah. Oh, I'm hearing somebody's echo. Am I hearing my own echo? That's weird. Justin, you have the feed on. No?
Okay. I have no idea where that's coming
from. Am I hearing my own echo? That's weird.
We're in a time warp. We're stuck in a paradox.
Go. There we go. All right.
Okay, we're back.
Are we good?
So I can't say the person's name because Tony and I went to high school together, so Tony knows this person, but I've made it a thing of my life that I've only dated like cute, skinny girls. Tony can vouch for this. I've never dated like a big girl. They've all been, averagely looking, but they're always thin. And there's one girl in high school, big girl. We graduated. The next year, she came around. She showed up at my door. We hooked up. She blew my bubbles. And I didn't want her to do it, but I was like, whatever. She wants to do it. I can't deny free bubble blowing. So I let her do it. And then like a week later, she called like, oh, do you want to hang out? And I'm thinking now I have to have sex with this girl because she already blew my bubbles. Now I'm obligated to sleep with her. So
you have weird rules.
I do have weird rules. I felt guilty, dude. She came over, she did it, and she just left. She didn't complain. She didn't say anything. She just left. And that's the best situation to be in. No, I didn't pay either. Illegal. It was free. And she left. And she's a nice, sweet girl, whatever. So I go over her house. We're hanging out. Next thing I know, this is the worst part ever. I didn't want to be caught in her house by her parents. And I was trying to make that my excuse not to have sex with her. I was trying to say, oh, well, we can't really do this right now. What if your parents come home? This is crazy, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, well, we could go out in the shed. So I had sex with an overweight girl in the shed, and she rode me, and it hurt because she was big, and it reinforced my thought process of two big people cannot really get down and dirty together, and that reinforced me of always messing with girls that are smaller than me.
Tell that to CBS's new sitcom Mike and Molly. There's some popular ratings based on that concept alone.
Yeah,
that's like an 800-pound combination on that show. That's like remember in professional wrestling when Earthquake was the tag team with the Typhoon? It was like a combined 850 pounds. That's the Mike and Molly show.
Yes, it was. Well, it was. Trust me. And then the worst part was we're in a shed, so when I had to get up to like go to like, I just ran away, and I didn't talk to her for like 2 or 3 years, and it was just bad. So yeah, that was my sadness of love.
There we go. Yeah, the natural disasters.
Anybody that's chilling in the chat room right now, if you go sign up on the Facebook fan page and post a video or something so I can look at later randomly when I'm bored, I'd much appreciate it because I get lonely sometimes on the internet. So if people post videos for me to go find magically later, yeah, it'll all be there waiting for me. Also, since this is a secret society. So there's like 30 or 40 people in here. I can't tell really, but if you guys go and sign up on the Facebook fan page, and when we put the new show up, if you click the like on that show, next week I'm going to give somebody $6 to go out and buy a 6-pack of beer out of my own dime. So Tony, it's your job to search out and see who clicked the like button and randomly pick somebody to give $6 to through PayPal.
Whoever likes it the hardest
is
going to be who wins.
How about this? You have to like the episode and leave a comment. And then Tony will pick somebody depending on the comment and the like.
This sounds like work.
So what? It's $6. I'm paying you $6 for a minute worth of work.
People need their booze.
They do. And the best part about it is $6. So if you're underage, you can still go get like some soda pop or something for $6.
Yeah, you guys ever read Bill Simmons on the internet if you're sports fans?
Justin did it too.
Justin did what too?
Went in the wrong chat room.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I went in the wrong chat. I was talking in the OHDOCTAH chat room.
Oh, are there people still over there?
Yeah, there are.
It was one dude.
Oh.
And he was very in tune with the show. Let me ask you, any of you guys read Bill Simmons on ESPN or listen to his podcast?
I know who he is. I do not read his articles.
Well, he has a Twitter account, and he tweeted out something today, which I thought would be a fun topic to talk about. This is the night before Thanksgiving, which a lot of people, of course, go back home, especially when you're in college. You go back home, and you wind up seeing at bars, a lot of people that you went to high school with. Now, a lot of stuff's changed. Maybe the girl with the boyfriend through 4 years is freshly broken up. Everyone's a little drunk because, nobody's really been drinking all that long. It is a volatile hookup situation. And I was curious if you guys had any thoughts on that, because it's one of those things that doesn't really happen again in life, right? That is a unique window of opportunity.
Well, it's not the one thing opportunity. If you live in a small town, this happens on like not proms, but like homecoming.
True.
Homecoming, people come back for homecoming for the football game. So you get that bar drunk thing. And colleges too, like there's always homecoming night. And then the worst one besides that, I totally agree with the statement, but the worst one of that is reunions.
No, you got it, the reunion, yeah.
I just had a reunion, and there were like 4 dudes trying to fuck the same chick, and she was a chick that was not desirable back in high school. So Lord knows she was in her glory.
Oh my God. Dude, I got my 10-year coming up. I wish I could draft in a fantasy league. People coming back, because there's one chick that would be the #1 draft pick, no matter what. She is the Chris Johnson of fantasy 10-year reunions. This girl was big girl, right? Now, not only was she huge in high school, but she was also on the MTV show I Want a Famous Face. She had a bunch of surgery, and now I found her on Facebook, or we wound up becoming Facebook friends. She's model, not plus size model, like actual bombshell model.
Is she married?
Yes, with a kid. Yes, with a kid. So no one's going to hook up with her. Although I guess that would be the thing. If you were to make a fantasy 10-year reunion.
If she comes there without her husband, you get her drunk and you take her down.
Oh,
Promise me
on.
that.
No, I don't know. I don't know
about
She's
on the rocks with her husband. She's not coming there with him. You don't send a supermodel to her high school reunion alone unless there's a problem in the relationship.
I'll tell you what. All I'm going to say is that this is like the Super Bowl plus 7 birthdays and the Christmas after World War II for this girl. This is the biggest event of her life. Yes or no?
Yes. Chat room.
Absolutely.
Chat room, somebody back me up. If this chick comes there alone and she's a supermodel, fine as can be, isn't there something wrong with her relationship? You shouldn't let a supermodel hot chick go to her reunion by herself.
This is completely hypothetical.
I know, I'm talking hypothetical. I'm just asking.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if her man doesn't come with her, she's probably fair game. And maybe, if she's in that situation, she wants to, I mean, because like, as much as it was a flawed movie.
A throwaway accident type thing. Right, Tony?
You said it. I'm all American nice guy. I wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. Sorry. Just
you wouldn't do it if she was a supermodel and she was all over you and she said, Tony, I loved you in high school. I loved you in high school, Tony, and I just want to try this one time. Let me do it. You wouldn't let her do it.
How drunk am I?
You're drunk. You are Tony Falcone.
I would do my best to oppose the situation, but if it happened, it's gonna happen. So.
Somebody in the chat room says she's a hoe, faux show. No, I don't know.
They're confused in the chat room. No, she has a man. She just and
there's no reason to think that she won't come with her.
Right,
I think she's definitely gonna come with. I mean, the husband looks like a nice enough looking guy. And if there's one thing, here's the thing: this is twofold for her. Because number one, she wants to piss off the girls that were mean to her and the guys that were mean to her. She wants to piss off the guys that were mean to her. She looks smoking, right? All of a sudden, she's an object of sexual desire, where before she was not. Win. That's 7 touchdowns. If she wants to piss off the girls who were mean to her, she comes with a rich and good-looking husband. And that's what I think she will do.
Okay, well, Justin, what you should do is go and make the ugly Betty of your school happy and give her a dance. And say, hey, back then it could have been you and me, big girl. I just want to imagine that happening in my mind. If you roll it up on a chick like Ethel.
Hey, yo, E, come here.
Come here, boo.
Give old Justin a hug. Let me meet you, girl. Come on. Dude. You know I have my eyes for you, E. I'm like I'm falling. My eyes are just like barely open. Like I'm just kind of blinking still. Leaning on her. Yo, come here, big girl.
Oh, Justin, it would be so great to have that.
I'm actually organizing my 10-year reunion because I won an election 10 years ago to be vice president of the class of 2000.
Congratulations!
I know.
What? And they hold on to that? Like they're still.
That's the rule. The rule, and as it was explained to us, is that in 10 years, you 4 will be the president, vice president, treasurer, and secretary are going to be the 4. They're going to have to put on a high school reunion.
Could you fake your own death and then show up? That'd be pretty impressive. And you wouldn't have to do any of the planning, and you could just. Here
was the smart move I made 10 years ago. I was the only slacker in that group of like valedictorians and overachievers.
So they're expecting nothing from you, are they?
No. They know. I literally won because I was the only person who decided to make a funny campaign commercial. Like, that was the reason I won. And also...
can we get our hands on that tape, Justin?
Oh, my God. It's probably around there somewhere. I ran twice. I ran for student government president, and I lost. Although I think it was fixed. And I ran for vice president. Because get this, all right... So all the super active popular girls, were like in a network, right? And I wouldn't say popular because they were like semi-popular, but they were definitely like a network of the super smart chick. So I ran against one of them for student government president, and I lost. But apparently I gave her a heart attack because nobody was going to run against her. And then all of a sudden there was this guy, and I had a funny campaign speech, and I, made all these silly posters and everything. So I gave her a heart attack. So next thing you know, I'm on this field trip to Epcot, and the girl who had been through all 3 previous years of high school, the president of our class, comes up and sits next to me. Now, I don't really know this girl from anybody. She's like, so, what's going on, Justin? She's like really nervous. And it took me a while for me to even put 2 and 2 together. She's like, I really think that you should run for vice president. And I'm like, wow, I wasn't thinking about it, but,
Sure.
You what? That sounds fun to me. I wouldn't have ever thought, but you obviously have experience in doing this. It's an honor that you would think of me leadership material. Thank you very much, Kathleen. And then next thing you know, I realized, 3 weeks later, I'm like, she just didn't want me to run for president. that was a superb political maneuver by Kathleen Pye.
Good move, sir. Good move. So. I was president in the 8th grade. Were you ever any office? You ever hold any office?
I was school newspaper. I'm having trouble remembering if I don't think I ran in any school politics. Just the newspaper.
What sports did you play, Tony?
Soccer, wrestling, baseball, and my final year I also did track. I pole vaulted and ran middle distance.
That's too much shit.
I couldn't have topped that off with politics. I also did drama club and choir and band. So our high school people
what the fuck are you, a character on Glee?
Yes, exactly. I was just about to say that. You might not.
You're doing 50,000 different things so you can serve the plot of the week.
All right, ready for everyone to be like, what? Oh my god! Our high school, when I graduated, I can't speak for Owen's class. We went to the same high school and we were a couple years apart, but I graduated with 54 people. There were 60 some in my class, and only 54 graduated.
Yeah, there were 68 in my class.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
really?
Literally, the reason our high school was like Glee is because we didn't have the numbers to fill out anything. Like our football team played both sides and they were terrible because they didn't have any people. It was the same people doing everything, and there was this select few that did everything, and I guess I was one of them. But
dude, no, I definitely. I want to say I had at least a couple hundred, if not 1,000 in my graduating class.
We lived in the smallest town in the state too. It was just there are regional schools around us that took away people from being at our school. So we were just the smaller school. Were you did you do any sports or anything, Justin?
I played hockey, but not for my school. I played roller hockey through high school, but they didn't offer it in any capacity school-wise, so I just played it outside of it. Other than that, no, not really. I was into some really nerdy shit.
Well, speaking of being into nerdy stuff, I went over to Facebook and checked out the video that Lonely Geek put in. Travis, I just put it in the chat room. If you could put that up on the screen.
Is that what you were just watching? Because I glanced over your screen and I was like, what?
Yes, it's very disturbing, nerdy geek.
Oh, no, I saw this.
You
said earlier.
Yeah, I just was like,
the Tron sex tips.
Yeah.
Tron Masutra?
Also called Man on Top. Step 1. The receptor program lies on its back and waits for the penetrator program. Step 2. The penetrator faces and kneels in front of the receptor. Step 3. The penetrator gently spreads the receptor's knees and reveals its USB port. The penetrator guides its dongle into the USB port. The penetrator should maintain eye contact as it positions itself on top of the receptor. Predating the abacus, the missionary is the most commonly used sex position. It is ideal for unsynchronized programs.
Who made
as it
this?
grants full visualization and communication of favorites and system
Someone who wanted
preferences.
hits, motherfucker.
It allows
Yeah,
kissing
true.
and
The beginning reminded me of
stimulation.
Paul Rudd's computer, if anybody
Step
knows that.
4. The penetrator can add leverage by raising itself with its arms to line and insert its dongle into the receptor's USB
Okay,
port.
Travis.
Yeah, that's a bit.
Step
But
5.
No, you want to know what? Like, here's the
Generate
funny
an
thing.
algorithm
Like,
to
the internet
formulate a
has
building oscillation of their hardware to
completely bred videos like this. Like, it used to be like we'd find some crazy ass video from India that would just be odd.
Yeah.
Uh,
Ring-a-ling-a-ling bunda.
But like now it's like we're creating these. These are original productions. Some dude in a warehouse in Reseda fucking made that shit because they wanted to.
So, this is like, I shouldn't even do. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna.
Okay, whatever. If you decided not to do it, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah. I can show you something else. I'll show you something else because I can't show you what I was going to show you, but I'll show you something else. So somebody sent me a message last night. Hopefully it's still up. And they were like, my friend was like, he's like, oh, these porn sites are getting to be like Google. And I'm like, what? You search for porn? And he's like, oh, no, not the search. And oh no, I'm going to get a screen cap.
Do they have Google ads in them?
Hold on a second. It'll be copy pasted in a second. I'm like, what are you talking about?
NSFW.
Yes. Well, we're not at work and we're drinking.
True.
And it's just text. So, that picture I just put in the chat room. But so the porn site has the little thing that they change like Google does for holidays.
Oh, that's funny.
No.
He's like, oh, it's just like Google.
What's gonna happen on Mother's Day?
I know.
Oh,
That's what I said. I'm like, oh, this is so bad. I was like, I don't want to see a little Christmas tree penis.
Are you kidding? I'll tell you what, I might spend more time at Pornhub than the Google homepage. I might as well get some of that festive hilarity.
Do you see the little gobble gobble head? They had handcuffs. little dildo. These little turkeys were getting it in.
Terrible. I'll tell you, it is amazing how much internet porn has just completely changed over the last 5 years.
They are trying to get rid of it. Have you heard the news?
What?
They are all the major porn industries and producers and whoever controls that sort of thing. They're all getting together and they're trying to completely ban free pornography. So not porn in general, but they're trying to make sure that every single piece of porn that hits the internet is making somebody money.
Yeah,
so
because
they're going to crack
like the
down.
thing I just showed, like those red porns and Pornhubs or those portals where they just take clips and give them away for free, and they have like $1 memberships.
Yeah,
killing the market.
Listen here, if fucking Warner Brothers can't stop that, then Vivid and whatever the other porn companies are not going to be able to stop that. I mean, I appreciate. I mean, I think the only problem with porn is that it's like music was pre-Napster. It's too expensive.
Yeah.
If there was a cheaper option to buy porn, if there was an iTunes of porn, like dollar scene.
That's what it is. It's like then I think you can make some money. It's like either buying a prostitute or just getting a girlfriend. So
well, a girlfriend's going to cost you more money over the long term. If you just got a prostitute and you need one, and then get a maid to clean up, you're coming in ahead. At a game, that's actually a cheaper route. But Justin, we need to make.
Steve's giving us the Care Bear stare, by the way.
Who is?
Steve C's giving us the
What's
Care
up,
Bear
Stevie?
stare, which is what we did.
Yeah, that's right.
The Care Bear stare is on its way.
Porn's just a problem because they made so much money at that time period that they're used to getting that money, just like you said, like these other industries do. But who cares? They make a lot of money, and they're exploiting people. The girls don't get paid anything compared to what the other people make. So it's just like
girls get paid a lot. I mean, the problem with porn chicks,
the star girls get paid a lot, like your Jenna Jamesons or your big name girls get paid a lot. These regular girls get paid like $200 or $100 or
for a half-hour work.
Seriously.
Like obviously you're destroying your reputation. So is the
competition there? But the problem, I'm thinking about these.
Yeah, no. The problem with porn chicks isn't necessarily how much they get paid. It's just they're like basketball players. Like they just spend it so fast. I mean, it's not like that there's a problem with how much their rate of pay is. It's the lifestyle that kind of comes along with it. And they wind up getting hooked on drugs or partying too much and not saving any of it.
I need to get we're gonna get a porn star on Random Drinking. Justin, we'll have you back on that night.
Sure.
And I want to get down to the bottom of
I'll tell you what. I love following porn stars on Twitter.
Oh,
that's like a personal hobby of mine. I really.
You want to know? It was better than a porn star on Twitter. My like future fake girlfriend. Her name is. She's hysterical. Like she's just funny. Mika the stripper. MIK.
I saw you retweet her earlier this week.
She is just funny. She's like her bio says, "I'm a stripper. I work with dicks for a living." Like that should just tell you.
That's pretty funny,
right there. That she's just Mika the stripper.
We just got.
Dude, I have more followers than Mika the stripper. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Where is she stripping? Where's she peeling?
She's not. She doesn't tell. Peeling. She's actually very secret about that. She has her head cut off, and the other day she tweeted out a picture, and I'm like, where the fuck is that? Like she said the dressing room, and I'm like, what dressing room is that?
That's actually pretty good.
She's like, oh, that's my work at the strip club, and I'm like, oh, I'm wondering where you shopping at your dressing room, because it was all funky and dark with just like long mirrors, and I was just like, what kind of dressing room is that? She's like, oh, it's work, and I'm like, oh yeah, you're a stripper. My bad, but yeah, we got to get a porn star on the show. Tony, you know any girls in porn?
Yes, one, but I actually don't recommend putting her on here. She's one of the lower paid porn stars.
See?
Let's put it that way.
Justin, they're out there, these girls.
And I don't know her as well as anyone might assume. Let's put it that way.
Sure.
I just know who she is, and I've hung out with her before, but not in that capacity.
Disclaimer.
Yeah,
there's a Harry Potter in the chat room.
Now, how did you meet your porn star friend? Was it like a high school thing or
Nah, just through mutual friends, and it was the sort of thing where I didn't know she was a porn star till I had talked to her.
Till after you got paid?
Then then I walked away, and somebody was like, "Dude, she's in porn, right?" I'm like, oh, you know what? I actually know a dude that's in porn too. Now that I think about this,
really? Now those are the guys.
Same disclaimer.
Those are the guys who do not get paid as much.
Oh, they don't get paid diddly wow.
Yeah, if you are a dude in porn, you got to work a lot, and it takes a special kind of guy to make sure your equipment is up for it.
Or you're the guy doing porn out of his house, for your own sexual pleasure and the free little cheap money that you get. There's a guy over in Pennsylvania. They wanted me to do their website. I didn't end up doing it just because I didn't want to really do porn on my resume. Not that it's whatever. It's a profession. It's not my business to judge. But
yeah,
this guy just does his own little videos. He puts them up on the web, and he has girls lined up out the wazoo. And that's why I know how much they get paid, because he's like, I'm paying these girls between $300 and $500 for
a pop, as it were.
Yeah, 15 minutes, half an hour. Which I guess isn't bad.
Yeah, I don't know where extrapolate that to how much it is per hour.
I'm just thinking. I'm thinking about how much money that he's making. Like he's making really good money,
enough to pay them.
Yeah, well, he was saying something like he's got like 10,000 subscribers at $40 a month. He's making bank.
Yeah,
paying a girl, $500 at the max.
Well, like how much are they putting into that engine? They're there for 15
if they didn't
minutes.
show up, there would be no engine.
Okay, but he's got enough of them. They're obviously there's the supply and demand.
I understand. I'm just saying, in my mind, maybe that's the nicety of me thinking that I should give these girls a little bit more money if I'm balling out of control. Maybe when I started, I'd be cheap, but I don't know. Whatever.
Well, we're gonna get the reason why you don't run a porn site, Owen.
This is exactly why I don't run a porn site. Why is that so funny?
Oh, because it is. Because I'm not. I don't know how to put this. I was not approached to do one, but I was. But our friend Ryan, who's a schemer and a wheeler and a dealer, he had a whole. He registered a domain name. And he was like, we're doing this. I'm like, dude, I am not starting a porn company with you. It's not going to happen. But he wanted to. And
Can you say the domain name?
Can I say? Yeah, I think it was bangedOnCars.com or something like that.
Banged on cars?
Yeah.
No,
and his big idea.
Let me guess what happens.
I just wasn't going to do it.
Wait. Justin, tell us the plot. What happens on Banged On Cars?
So here's what happens.
Your eyes lit up.
You open on a smoky vista. Old style Atlanta. Next thing you know, an old jalopy comes puttering up, and a damsel in one of those big hoop skirts with the gigantic butt things at the end, saunters up to it. She exchanges a few saucy words with a bellhop, and then he fucks her on the car.
Yeah, close. Probably not.
Oh,
the big idea was like expensive cars. It was actually catered towards like car fanatics, I guess. So
that's actually a really good idea. So you just get a bunch of porn chicks, and you get a bunch of rented cars. You fuck them on the cars, and then you wash the car, bada bing, bada boom, done.
It's like now like your overhead. Now you're paying for a car and a girl. So now we're talking like Lamborghini Diablo.
Man, all you gotta do is tell these dudes you're doing it for a photo shoot.
Yeah, you need a connection for that.
Yeah. Justin, if you ever want to start a porn site, let me know.
I'm gonna do bangedonhoverboards.com.
What? Oh, it's for the future.
There we go. We're just gonna. It's gonna be special effects, but we're gonna have fake hoverboards. It'd be like, and everything's gonna have like one of those really cheesy intros where the girl's gonna be like, "Hey, you can't ride that hoverboard." It's like, "Oh yeah, let me ride you." Ba-bam.
Yeah. We should make movies.
Are you propositioning me?
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying all of us. Is there anybody in the chat room that's down to do
Well, apparently they're recommending bangedonhoverboards.squarespace.com. Which, of course, you can register if you use the offer code NSFW.
Somebody said jetpackporn.com. Oh, see the sadness that is the internet. So Justin,
yeah,
you have an iPhone, right?
I do.
Do you FaceTime anybody?
Oh, I don't have the 4. I have the 3GS.
Okay, you have the 3, so you're not FaceTiming anybody.
Nope.
Shut up, Tony. We don't even really FaceTime.
I'm face failing.
What are you talking about?
When was the last time you FaceTime somebody?
My dad actually does it. Like every time I talk to him, he's like, "Oh, we're on the phone." I'm like, "Are you home? I'll FaceTime you." And he does it that way, which is cool because I see that I got little brothers and sisters still that run around. He shows them and all that, but outside of that, not that much. I don't really use it. I don't see the attraction. And how many times are you at home? You know.
Well, that's the biggest thing. It's got to be on Wi-Fi, so I don't even really use it that much. That's why I was wondering, Justin, you're not missing out on anything because I'm not FaceTiming.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you what. There's a few people that I talk to regularly on Skype. That I would since Skype, I'm normally talking to them on the computer, and they're on a computer. If we both had iPhone 4s, I would be more likely to FaceTime them.
Okay. I can see that.
90% of my day, I'm either at my house or at the office, both of which have Wi-Fi.
So you're always with Wi-Fi.
Yeah, by and large, I'm pretty much always with Wi-Fi. Yeah.
I don't know. I just I FaceTime with Tony a couple times. I FaceTime with Brian. Brian's actually the person I FaceTime with most, just because he's like, "Oh shit, bro, we're on FaceTime," and I'm like, "All right, FaceTime." But I see people all the time. Like somebody just tweet out, "FaceTime me," and like you always bust my balls about putting my phone number out there for people to call me. And I feel like asking people to FaceTime you on Twitter is even worse. Like,
yeah. Again, I don't really, I like to joke around. I only bust the balls of the ones I love, and that's you, Owen. So
yeah, I know.
But yeah, no, I definitely think that. I don't know. I really like it is a lifestyle choice that if you are on the internet and you are in a position that you are lucky enough to have people who care about what you've done and on the content of what you've put out there on the internet, people like you enough to follow you. I kind of always feel like there is that real fine line between staying engaged with those who would enjoy staying engaged with you and need me, love me. My mom didn't hug me when I was 3. Don't you kind of feel like there's that line? And like a lot of people are on the other side or on that like, people, I really need to be all up in my followers' lives constantly.
People are strange. Like, I don't know. I see so many people now like with these award things begging for votes for stuff. And I mean, like, we have shows and podcasts, right? So when you see a thing come up for the Shorty Award, oh yeah, it'd be nice to be nominated. So you try and push your audience to do that. But I see these people with no show, no blog, no nothing. Everybody wants to be recognized for something. And my thought is, you don't even do shit. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of that going on, like with the internet. I'm like, well, what is wrong with people?
Yeah, people try to put themselves out there for that sort of stuff. I had a observation a while ago that what do you think there are more of? Girls that think they're models or guys that think they're MMA fighters? Because it's the same idea. They're like, I am this. Vote for me to be this. It's like if you were that, you'd already be it. Like I don't think you need the reinforcement of voting on something. No one else is super annoying. Vote for my baby, for cutest baby, for babybabies.com. Baby of the
I didn't tell you about my baby website, did I?
What?
Oh, I didn't tell you. I gotta tell you later.
No, is it gonna be disturbing?
No, it's gonna be like what you just said, but it'll make money.
Bangedonbabies.com.
Bangedonbabies.com. Do you saw the MySpace model video?
Oh, that was pretty funny. Was that you who sent that out?
Yeah, a while ago. Travis, I'm gonna put it in the chat room. But yeah, all these girls are like, "Oh, I'm a model," and I'm like, "You are not a model
until you get paid, until you get hired, until you're on the cover of something. You're not a model." Like
and having a photo shoot that you pay for, or that some dude that doesn't have a portfolio,
which is how those guys make their money. Like, oh yeah, I'll make you a portfolio. Give me $700.
Yeah,
so I can fill a memory card and then put it.
Yeah.
In print.
Travis, you can put that video, but that kind of stuff kills me. I'm like, you are not a model. You paid somebody to take pictures of you in a bikini at the beach, at the Jersey Shore, no less.
The exotic Jersey Shore.
That shit ain't South Beach. That's Seaside Heights.
Yo, you are in brown water, chick. Like it is not,
girl,
like that.
This goes out to all you MySpace models. You know who you are. You got them picture folders talking about model, but you ain't never really modeled before. Got the word Barbie somewhere in your URL, but you don't look nothing like Barbie. And you got that picture on your profile talking about, don't hate me because I'm beautiful. We don't hate you because you're beautiful, girl. We hate you for having that stupid ass sign on your profile. Let's go. Just because you were in a fashion show at the mall. And that's all. No. Just because you airbrushed off your C-section scar, that doesn't mean your stomach is good enough to be up on that car. Anyone can get a model man account. That doesn't make you a star. None of the photographers in your top 8 even know who you are. And just because you hand out Bud Light keychains at the bar you work at, that doesn't make you a Bud Light model. That just means you work in a bar.
All right, Travis.
Someone had to tell you so.
So yeah,
pretty good.
Yeah, that video. You never saw the video?
No.
Oh yeah, I'll link you up with that later. I'll put it on the Facebook so you can check it out. But that thing, man, I love that video because it's so true. Caller, we haven't taken any callers. We're gonna take a couple callers and we're gonna get out of here.
Let's do it.
Caller.
Sorry.
Oh, someone call in. Then we're calling answer calls. Justin.
Beep boop boop beep.
I'm a model, Justin.
What kind of model?
I've been on newspaper covers,
You
website
model
covers. I'm a topless model.
Okay. You had your titties out.
Yep. And I was on covers of web magazines.
That's twice we've talked about this on this program.
What, my breasts?
Yes.
Sorry.
Titties.
Caller.
You know, I actually have a random question for Justin. He's always talked randomly about doing some stand-up in his past, and I'm actually kind of curious, what the hell is that all about?
Say something funny.
Yeah, I did stand up through college. I did way more sketch comedy than I did stand up, but I'm sure there's video out there, a lot of video out there, me doing sketch comedy. I don't know if there's so much of it is online, but I actually moved out to New York to do sketch comedy, theoretically, do comedy in general for a living, and that in its own roundabout way kind of turned into what I'm doing right now. But I did stand up a little bit. I competed in one stand up competition and I came in 4th. But that was in large part because I decided to ad lib a joke about an Indian family that had randomly, and we assumed by accident, been seated in the room for the competition. And it came off as somewhat racist. And I think I lost the crowd.
He's like, I think I lost the crowd.
I'm pretty sure I lost the crowd because they kind of were like,
"Oh God,
whoa!" But not in the funny way.
It's probably an advertisement you're trying
It
to pull.
was. Why did that happen?
It's a video that's on a website. They're gonna run an ad before they play the real video.
Son of a bitch.
That's how the internet works, bro.
I'll tell you what. There's most definitely at some point probably going to be video of me doing sketch comedy on the internet, and then everybody can see a young and very, very, very overeager Justin Robert Young make a dick of himself on stage, and
they want to see
or not.
They want to see the stand up, Justin. Like, is that what you were talking about earlier when you were saying that Chappelle was very influential in the kind of stuff you do?
Oh, yeah.
Is that why you get all racial all the time?
Chappelle
gave you a pass to talk about colors of all kinds. Yeah,
no,
you had the little
no,
pink,
that was
pink
my
KKK
own
outfit for Halloween one year.
That was just my own God-given prejudice that gave me the pass to talk about colors. No, I mean, I would say this. Dave Chappelle was one of the first stand-ups that was of my closer to my era that he was not famous. He got famous around when I was kind of growing up, and I very, very, very much kind of latched on to the fact that his comedy was, racial in a very, very relatable kind of way, and that also he was his comedy tended to go smarter than you expected and sillier than you expected, which is something that I always really enjoyed.
Chappelle just seemed more like guys hanging out talking shit, more so than actual stand-up comedy to me.
Yeah,
like stuff he said, it was never like a real punchline joke. It was like stuff that you kind of thought of, like even the Sesame Street stuff he did. I've said, I think Snuffleupagus gets his high, so when he puts it out there, it's just funny because it's just normal stuff. And that's why Chappelle's show was so relatable to people, because the racism and stuff that he brought up was stuff that people think about and nobody was saying.
Yeah.
And if you watch, have you seen Richard Pryor's show?
Which, I mean, his stand-up specials?
No, not his special. His comedy sketch show.
No, I've never seen the Pryor sketch show.
So
no.
I'm gonna blow your mind if you get this, the Richard Pryor show.
Okay.
This is where Chappelle stole the Chappelle show from.
Yeah, well, I'm certainly so. I mean,
this has if you look at the even the white guy, the light-skinned black guy with the white-headed beard, mustache, the characters are even modeled after this.
That's great. No, I'll have to watch that.
Richard Pryor only made it one season before his got banned out. I think he did 2 seasons, and it was so racially charged and all stuff. There was Chappelle's but it wasn't the time to get away with it.
So much fewer kind of options to have a show like that on back when he was doing it. Yeah. And have you ever heard? There's a great album. It's a double album actually called Evolution and Revolution, and it's a compilation of Pryor's best bits before he had his mental breakdown and kind of came back with his defined style when he was just very Bill Cosby clean comedian, and then a lot of those even same jokes reworked after he had kind of ascended to be the Richard Pryor that we know today. But it's if you're into comedy and you're into stand-up comedy or into Richard Pryor, it is fantastic. I highly recommend it.
Travis, if you could pull that video of Tony in the scuba thing, I just want to see.
Actually, I'm literally only in it for about 3 seconds.
Oh, then don't bother. Tony.
But if you go to hold on, if you go to this one, let me just find the link because
I just want to see. How'd you keep the hat on?
Hold on, let me. I gotta mute this real quick so that.
No, we can hear you because the microphone's over here.
Yeah, I know, but you don't hear my the annoying ass ad that plays.
This is why you don't drink on a show, Justin.
What?
Look, okay, I know, but make sure you pick this up, Justin. I think you really like it.
Wrong.
No, I certainly will.
And it
Pryor,
was on,
Pryor's amazing. I mean,
and it was on NBC, so obviously it's not like he couldn't go but so far.
Yes,
but, it's hysterical, and it actually went far enough that they took it off the air. He didn't quit; they took him off. They're like, you can't we can't have this on TV right now.
Yeah,
so.
there's Pryor's a fascinating guy in how he dealt with race. I mean, even because Chappelle obviously he made his best bits were written about that concept, but Pryor was dealing with it at a far more kind of volatile and explosive time, where if he were to he makes jokes about crackers and honkies, there were some far more dangerous guys, especially considering some of the clubs that he was playing through the South.
Yeah,
that he was going to get a backlash. But real quick, before we wrap things up, I did want to mention, I mean, you mentioned like where the race stuff, comes from. And I really do think that race is something that now more than ever is always under the surface, and it's a fascinating concept to me that we draw, these kind of lines between people. And I think that if you're going to look for the kind of comedy that I've always been drawn the most to, are the things that are shocking when pressed, but if it's done in the right way, you appreciate the fact that you're thinking about these ideas.
You know me, I always, white people are crazy, and
sure.
Like even with Callie Lewis earlier, we were talking about Thanksgiving, and I'm just like, we're giving thanks for the white man giving the Indians.
White bitches love Thanksgiving.
And no, I didn't get to that yet.
That turkey and giblets. What the fuck, bitch?
Well,
is that it? I'm sorry, that was actually a clip.
It was kind of it, but it was more along the white guys gave Indians diseases in a blanket, and they should be thankful for taking their land and putting it in a blanket.
That's like Justin's story earlier with that one night stand.
Yeah,
exactly. Hey, Tonto, take this comforter. What the fuck, bitch? Motherfucking white people.
Pretty much. That's how it goes. Travis, just pull up that video of Tony petting this thing real quick, and then we're gonna get out of here.
This is a Potamo Trigon Mator.
Look at Tony on TV.
This is legit.
Hey, look at that.
We have at Adventure Aquarium. This guy was actually born at Adventure
Aquarium. It looks like a character from a Kirby video game.
It does. That's actually weird that you say that. Now that's all I'm gonna say.
Part of a touch exhibit in our interactive inlet.
Why? This is the most active stingray I've ever seen.
Well, he is in a different environment. He's probably a little bit confused. So he's used to a bigger tank, and he's used to being pretty much touched all day.
Now, do they jump out of the water? I mean,
no, that's
it's so funny, like how interested people are when you're on TV.
Usually in circles and things like
that. When they're talking to you,
because they're paid to be.
Yeah. Yes.
You obviously touch.
Yes.
That is literally their job.
The side with the little mouth
we do have
looking like it wants to eat lunch.
Like she looks scared of it.
She is.
Oh, she just jumped.
It's funny it jumped out of the tank and just ate her face.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not worried about that thing eating anybody's face. Yeah, did she end up touching it?
Yeah, she does. Okay. I got to do it first though.
Oh yeah, you're like touch it.
Come on, girl.
There you go.
There it is.
Oh, two fingers. Two fingers. There it is. Wiki. That was nice. I gotta get back.
Lonely Doc Geek in the chat room put up the Chevy Chase Richard Pryor Word Association sketch, which is hilarious if you've never seen it.
So
dead honky.
Can I disclaim real quick? I don't know if we have a disclaimer yet for this show, but so I don't get fired.
Oh.
Obviously, now that everyone knows where I work, that is the aquarium I work at.
Did it say where you worked at? Because we couldn't hear anything.
I announced myself. Yeah.
I couldn't hear you.
Which is fine. No big deal. Just know that obviously that place does not have anything to do with the show, nor do anything we say have any views or relations related to that. Blah 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 blah.
We'll see
now you're like me with that girl in college. Now you immediately regret engaging in this event. Now that this is going on. This show's going to end by Tony rolling over and refusing to cuddle with me and Owen.
And we know we need our cuddle time. So Justin, run off like all the good stuff that's going on in the world so people can find you.
Here's what I want everybody to do. I'm only going to plug one thing besides my Twitter, Justin, our young fellow right now. I want to talk real quick about Blurbtastic. Now, Owen, I saw you on Twitter talking about, hey, me and Callie Lewis are gonna be on, and maybe I want to talk about some of the things that I like. Like maybe you want to do your own kind of Oprah's favorite thing, make a little recommendation, wish list, right? I want you to go on over to Blurbtastic and set up, OHDOCTAH.blurbtastic.com. It's free to register. You can just log in right there in that top right-hand corner. And now we've modified it so you don't have to tweet out everything. You can just create your own page completely on your own time. It's not limited to 140 characters. You can build your page. And Owen, I know you're gonna like this. Here's the fun part for you. You can throw in your Amazon associate code and throw out that OHDOCTAH.blurbtastic.com link. Have all of your things have your Amazon associate code in it. And anybody who winds up buying something, of course, doesn't cost them anymore. And it kicks a little back to old Owen. Owen JJ Stone, a.k.a. Doctor. So you can support Owen. You could support Tony. And you can go to mine, justinryoung.blurbtastic.com, or set up your own. We're encouraging everybody to create their wish list. And we have celebrity lists. Hopefully Owen will do one. Brian's got his top 5 books that you should read if you like Scam School that are up right there. We have a podcast with Tom Merritt. We have one with Becky Worley coming out. Sarah Lane of what is it?
You got all the tech superstars making a list.
All the tech superstars are all up on Blurbtastic. So you can go there right now, set up your own page or check out theirs, or you can start a conversation on Twitter, create a list. It's a fun time. It's something that me, Andrew Main, Brett the Amtrak around Seville, and the Dark Wizard Dan Dirks have been working on for a little while now, and we're just kind of tweaking it. But I think we found the secret sauce, and I think that this, people really love making lists. They love making things, home pages of stuff that they like. I think for someone like you, you can make a little extra money.
Right now, this is the best time of year to do lists of things, because people always ask what gifts and stuff like that. Like even Callie was saying, coming up in the next week or so, they have their list of things that they put out. So. Everybody's asking for that kind of stuff because it's holiday shopping time. So
absolutely, and I think this would be a fun thing for her. She could just plug in all those things onto a Blurbtastic page. Have all the links automatically set up for their Amazon associate code, and they can just send it out in one fun, easy URL. Blurbtastic.com.
Blurbtastic.com. Justin R. Young, thank you. Tony, you want to say something to the people?
No, thanks for watching. Keep coming back. I hope this keeps entertaining people.
Yeah. Tony J. Falcone on the Twitter. Tony's actually still right beside me, and he's killing these beers in the streets. He's a grown man, pound that out. Thanks again for having Justin Robert Young on with us this evening. Thanks, chat room. Thanks, anybody who's watching this show later. I'm on the internet. You know where I'm at. You can find me. But the other stuff that Justin didn't plug, but, the weird things. Not only do you go to iTunes and get weird things, but go to YouTube and get weird things, because then you get
two different things, of course.
I know the TV. You get the Weird Things TV. That's what people don't understand. If you don't go to YouTube, you're not getting the videos. Like you do like little movie things, like you guys are out in the field doing stuff.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Well, we do a lot of stuff. I mean, the two main things that are going hot and heavy right now are the podcast. We have a new episode up tomorrow, just in time for Thanksgiving. And then we have Weird Things TV, which is our YouTube series, which is far more like a lot of other YouTube kind of things, where it's me telling everybody about all sorts of fun stuff. The newest one we have up there is there's freaking the hell out. And Travis, if you can pan up so you can see the headline, because I think this is a pretty provocative one. Look at this. Did you watch Harry Potter? You're possessed by demons. And I'm gonna.
Oh no, Harry Potter's in the chat room.
I know. Yeah. He's watching you. He's watching you.
Yeah. So this was a guy who just wrote a new book that talks all about exorcism, and he explains not only the fact that reading Twilight and watching Harry Potter is going to get you infested by demons, but 4 other fun facts that you wouldn't know about demons, including how they relate to Snoop Dogg's video Gin and Juice, and the relative intelligence compared to every other human being on the planet. So
how do you write about that without observing these things? So is the author also?
Oh no, he is an exorcist. Like he has performed exorcism and exorcisms, rather plural, and he's very learned on the subject
without being suspect or susceptible.
He's got God on his side, dude. He's not worried about it. So yeah, the Weird Thing stuff at NSFW show.
Yes,
just check Justin out on the internet. Thanks for watching.
Sarah Lane next week.
Sarah Lane next week on NSF Dubs. Travis is running the show. Travis is awesome and being followed. Travis Lopes on the Twitter, and you will feel the power that I feel each and every day when I command him to rip people's souls out. Thanks for watching
is
the
an
show.
absolute killer. I love Travis. He's the best.
He's a beast. We're out. Good night, everybody.
Evening.